oil industry.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
I read, yeah, uh, I'm planning to complete my work, my higher education in US.
Good. Which
Yeah,
state? Which state?
a master degree.
Okay, you want to get a master's degree? Do you know what state you wish to visit and get your degree? California,
Actually,
New York, North
it's
Carolina?
yeah, it's probably will be south of US, because these cities or states are the states that's the location where most of the oil sources are existed in US. So for example, maybe Louisiana, or uh, I
Texas?
don't remember exactly.
Texas?
Texas, Texas, yes.
Okay,
Uh, yes, just like this one, you know.
okay, very
So I last year I got the final stages. I passed the final stages of Fulbright, but unfortunately, I didn't pass the final step, the final obstacle, which is the TOEFL.
Oh, so
Yeah,
where were your weaknesses in the TOEFL?
the strong the most weakness is in reading. Yeah.
Mm,
So it was 14.
okay, I would believe you had a good score in speaking.
Yes, it's a little bit. It's better than the reading. It's better than and listening. So the writing and the speaking is good.
Okay, as I listen to you speak now, I would say your speaking is very good. That's why I would say that your speaking is very good. I'm not sure. What do you think is the problem with your reading? Where do you think your problem was? Did you run out of time? Did you not
Yes,
understand? Okay.
actually, yeah, the time is the most difficult thing that I faced before. So when I reach the next the second one, the second state, the second passage in the exam, it's almost finished. The time is almost finished.
Mm,
So the time is just something that's really tough in this stage of the test.
tell me,
So
tell me, Mohammed, how did you prepare for the reading part of the TOEFL? How did you prepare?
actually, I joined many courses and online and also in the local area that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the strategies that they provided during these courses, it wasn't enough beneficial for me.
Mm-hmm.
So most of these I tried to use, but unfortunately I failed because none of them was practically successful ways to follow and the exam.
So based upon the experience that you had in taking the exam, if you were to develop something to help you pass, what do you feel you needed to pass the reading exam? What do you think you need?
Actually, I need more practice. I think
Okay,
yeah.
okay, good. So if you think that you need more practice, I want to develop something that I think will be beneficial for you, but you're going to have to really deliberately focus on what you think is the problem so that I can see. You want to focus on more practice, but focus on practicing what? How to read faster, how to comprehend as you're reading. What is it that
Yeah,
do you think that you understand things in your own language relatively well? Do you understand? I mean, and be honest. Do you understand things easily in your own language when you're reading it?
Very quickly.
Okay. So let me see. You and I are the only ones that are here at the moment, but I did invite others. And thank you so much for responding. I'm going to see examples of TOEFL reading. And when do you plan to take the TOEFL exam again?
Actually, I'm preparing now to have a test for IELTS to be on 11, because I'm now on the final stages of achieving scholarship. I'm about to be success in the interview of the shivering interview. I took for 2 days ago, and I think I did well.
Okay.
I'm preparing to have the IELTS test twice. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's both of the exams, whether it's IELTS or TOEFL, you need to have the same skills. You need to have that. You need to comprehend the reading quickly, and have the idea of every paragraph as soon as possible when you are on the test. So the skills, I think, are similar for both of them.
I totally agree. I agree with you. In my opinion, if you can pass the TOEFL, you will be able to pass the IELTS. If you pass the IELTS, you should be able to pass the TOEFL. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will have the highest score as a score 9. If you get a 7.5, that's well enough. If you get 7.5. So I would just say concentrate on reading, understanding what you're reading. Use a pencil, marker, or something to make notes as you go along, so that when you get through, you will have a reasonably good idea as to what to look back through when you're answering the multiple choice questions in the TOEFL exam. Let's see, I did find, let me go back to it now. What did I just find? Oops, this can't minimize the screen there. I'll try minimizing it here. So let's see if I can share the screen. Share. Share my screen. All right, I think you can see my screen now.
Yeah.
This would be a TOEFL reading passage. This page will help you practice the TOEFL reading test. The section has a reading passage about the development of language and grammar and 13 questions. Think carefully before you select an answer. Your answer is scored on the first click. This test is part 1 of a complete TOEFL test. Click here to do part 2. So the first part, your answer scored on the first click. So what I want to suggest is that before you start taking the test, okay, look at the questions. In paragraph 1, why does the writer include information about the Cherokee language? Is it to show how simple traditional cultures can have complicated grammar structures? To show how English grammar differs from Cherokee grammar? To prove that complex grammar structures were invented by the Cherokees? And indeed, to demonstrate how difficult it is to learn a Cherokee language. Read all of these before reading the passage. Now, the creators of grammar, no student of a foreign language needs to be told that grammar is complex. And that's not the thing. At first, it would appear that this question is impossible. All right, let's see. Where is the readings to start? Read the passage, then answer the questions below. After you have answered the first 10 questions, you will answer a summary question. No student of a foreign language needs to be told that grammar is complex. Now, as you're reading, you need to be understanding that complex. You need to understand what the sentence itself means. So here I would be writing I would be writing with my pencil.
Uh-huh.
I would be making my notes.
Uh-huh.
Grammar is difficult. That complex means difficult. That's my little note. By changing word sentences and by adding a range of auxiliary verbs, and the word auxiliary, I'm going to write up here is extra. Auxiliary means extra.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so knowing that you need to understand these things, we are able to communicate tiny variations. Variations is the same as extra. We can turn a word trick. Oh, wait a minute. We can turn a statement into a question, check whether the action has taken place or is action to take place, and perform other word tricks to convey subtle meaning. Subtle means slight. It's easy. Subtle. It's easy. Primitive being old. Old. And it, of course, you would have control of your pen, so it would not take as long to write.
Yeah.
So you're making yourself some notes. Primitive is old. Clever means tricky.
Yeah.
Grammatical components. The Cherokee pronoun system, for example, can distinguish between you and I, several other people, I and you, another person, I, in English. All these meanings are summed up in one pronoun, we. Grammar is universal and plays a part in every language, no matter how widespread it is. So here, your book or the reading is not going to have this highlighted for you. But the main thing that I get from here is, based upon this, no matter where you are, universal is everywhere. Grammar is everywhere. So the question which has baffled many linguists is, who created grammar? Blah, 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 blah. So making your notes, I don't know whether we're going to get the right answer or not, but making your notes here, then we're going to go down to the question. Bigger all drawings. Then you read each paragraph. In paragraph 1, why does the writer include information about the Cherokee language? To show how simple traditional cultures can have complicated grammar structures. To show how English grammar differs from Cherokee grammar. To prove that complex grammar structures were invented by the Cherokees. I don't think that that is true. To demonstrate how difficult it is to learn the Cherokee language. For me, I would say the answer would be A. And I gathered that from the information that I made notes on before. I understood that complicated grammar structures exist everywhere. Okay, so that was how I came to that answer. But as you go through each paragraph, you want to make notes so that you can choose the best answer. No, in every situation, you won't get every answer. You will not get the correct answer each time. But more often than not, if you've made notes, you will choose the better answer of the ones given. So you can just.
So do you mean that this is during the practice or during the
actual
test itself?
The test itself? But during the practice, you want to do this same activity. You want to do it the same way in the practice. Practice using the strategy. And then when you are actually taking the exam, you go through, cross out, write on your paper, make yourself notes so you can quickly look up and see, oh, well, it certainly cannot be, it can't be A. And you just cross out those. And then you have to decide between A and E. Which one is best to answer the question? Because you know what the definitions of the sentences are. And it does tell you somewhere that every culture, every language has grammatical structure.
Yes.
And it differs. So that was what the first paragraph wanted us to know. So that was good. That would be the way that I would suggest that you practice, whether it is the IELTS, the TOEFL, or
Actually, yeah, I have a good background of the grammatical structure of the sentences, because originally graduated from not only electrical engineering but also from English translation. So I have a good background about the grammatical structure of the sentences, and if I will follow your way, I think it will be better idea.
Okay, let's take a look at G. 5 is C, 6 is D, 7 is E, 8 is B. Okay, so let's take a look at TOEFL. I mean the IELTS. This one, IELTS. Share my screen. Okay, so this is the IELTS, and this is reading. This is section 1. You should spend about 20 minutes on questions 1 through 13. And when you're practicing, use a timer. So let's quickly go down here. Reading passages. 1 has 8 paragraphs, A through H. Which paragraph contains the following information? Write the correct letter A through H in boxes 1 through 8. Okay.
Yes.
Now we know that we're looking for Earth's natural satellite, distance between Earth and Sun, general information, blah 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 blah. So let's look at the Earth is the third planet from the Sun, and it is the only planet known to have life on it. The Earth formed around 4.5 billion years ago. It is one of 4 rocky planets on the inside of the solar system. The other 3 are Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Okay, so what is important to me here is, now this is what's important to me. You may find other things that are important. And I see that Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun. That's my note would be Earth, 3rd from Sun. Okay, it is one of 4 rocky planets, and blah blah blah. Then I'm going to read the next one, number 2. The large mass of the Sun makes the Earth move around it, just as the mass of the Earth makes the move around it. Okay. The Earth also turns round in space, so different parts face the Sun at different times. So my notes to myself might be, I might make this note. I'm trying to get my pencil to select now.
Okay.
Different parts of Earth face the Sun at different times. Okay, first, and I might put 365 1/4 all way around one day. That's my note to myself. And then I'm going to go to C. Where's my little thing? It's a little difficult to do what I'm trying to do, but I'm just making some notes. See, the moon goes around the Earth about every 27 1/3 days. Let's see, that might be important. This is the moon, and reflects sunlight. As the Earth goes around the Sun at the same time, the change in light of the moon takes about 29.5 days. That's probably going to be a little tricky when I have to remember this one and this one. Which one is what? That is where the idea of month came from. However, you now most months have 30 days or 31 days. That might be important, but I already know that. That's kind of like a given for me. And clear. And
Yeah.
G. So let's just see what we have so far. Okay, Earth's natural satellite. Earth satellite. G. There's this one. This one, G, looks like it might be 2. Distance between Earth and the Sun. So that's probably G. And three. And this is general information about the Earth. So that would be probably A. So this is A. A is going to be 3. 3 is general information about the Earth. Is A. And you go through it like that and find out.
So here, the most important thing is to have the main idea of ideas in the paragraphs.
The main idea in the paragraphs. And let's just say that you had number 3 as A and E. A and E. We know that only one is going to fit. So then go back and see what is E about, if you had thought. Because of its water, the Earth is home to millions of species of plants and animals. So we know that that's not general information. That's a fact. That's not, this is a fact. The things that live on Earth have changed its surface greatly, for example, and it's giving you facts and examples. So that would not be general information. General information is just what is it, and it's only nothing specific. The Earth around is nothing specific. Approximate is the same as around. It is one of 4 planets. Now this is a fact inside of the solar system. And the other 3 are Mercury, Venus, and Mars. I think just with practice, though, start practicing them, you'll get the understanding of how to do them better. How to do them. Okay. So.
Okay. So your advice is to go through the text and have notes on each of the sentences. On the important information on each sentence.
Exactly. Or you could just do a quick summary in each paragraph. Just write a quick summary. And you'll usually get your information in the first sentence and the last sentence. You'll get the most important information in the first sentence and the last sentence. Let me see again. Share. So we know that this is 3. Number 3, general information about the Earth. Okay, it's going to be A. The Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun, and it is only the planet known to have life on it. The Earth formed around 4.5 billion years ago. It is one of 4 rocky planets on the inside of the solar system. The other 3 are Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So I might summarize this as the Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun, and it has about whatever it says, and it's the only planet with life on it. So anyway, this is the general information. The first and the last sentence probably will give you your answer. The large mass of the Sun makes the Earth move around it, just as the mass of the Earth makes the moon move around it. Okay. So let's see if we can find this one. 2.
Distance between Earth and Sun.
The sun.
The solar system.
3. Oh my God. 2, 2. What I'm looking for. The movements of the Earth around the sun. The large mass of the sun makes the Earth move around it. You see?
Yes.
This is the mass.
Yeah.
So you see,
So,
it.
the first sentence.
Yeah, your answer is usually going to be in the first sentence or the last sentence. In most cases.
Yes.
Let's see if we can find. Okay, let's find Earth's natural satellite. Earth's natural satellite. Well, we know it's not A and B. It's not C. F, the Earth is part of 8 planets, many thousands of bodies. Nope. The Earth is generally 150,000. 8. The moon goes around. The moon goes around the Earth at an average distance of 400 kilometers. It is locked to Earth so that it always has the same half facing the Earth. The other half is called the dark side of the moon. It takes about 27 1/3 days for the moon to go all around the Earth, but because the Earth is moving around the sun at the same time, it takes about 29 days. This doesn't really help me anywhere, but the Earth's natural satellite. First, I have to understand what a satellite does, and a satellite goes around something.
Yeah.
So it's probably, this is H. Earth's natural satellite is.
Yeah, because it's rotates about.
So that's understanding what does a satellite do. It rotates and the moon goes around, which is rotating.
Yeah.
So that would be the answer. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. Okay. So try to figure them out. Try to figure them out. Unless you can do a check, I guess, which we didn't put any answers to it, but let's just say that we put in. Where are the answers at? Check. Check. Okay, I think this is something else. This is the next part. But anyway, you could check that out and see how well you do there. Okay. Well, I hope that this has been beneficial to you. And as a part
Thank you very much.
As a part of what I do, it is to help, and I will post this live on video and in the Facebook group. Have you subscribed to my channel?
Actually, this is the first time I have seen this video that you share, the link that you share, and I will go through your channel on. You mean on YouTube?
Yes, please join my YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have not become a member of my Facebook group, I will send you the link so that you can join my Facebook group as well. I also
I already make a like on your Facebook. So
okay.
I have
Okay, fantastic. Well, I'm very happy to have you join us. And
thank you very much.
we often have classes, so join in whenever you can and be a part of our group. I understand that you have taken paid classes and did not necessarily get what you wanted, but you can join me and hopefully you will get more benefit from joining my classes. I have a Facebook Speak Excellent English Academy. It is $19.97 per month, but you have access to me every day, and I will send you videos or recordings or classes just like we're doing now to answer your questions. So hopefully,
Very good. So of course, I will be one of these person who will take this course. So it is very beneficial for me, especially for the Irish speaking section. Also, I need to have high score to support my total score.
okay. Well, I certainly believe in you. I believe that you can do it. Your speaking is very good. Your speaking ability is very good.
Really? Yeah.
There is
Thank
a
you very much.
problem there. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will post this live video, and we'll talk
Thank
again.
you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.